Do you need to avoid foreclosure on your house? Well, here's 2 tips that'll help you out. Hi, Joey here with Stone Branch Properties. So even in a hot real estate market like we're seeing today, things can happen that make it difficult for you to keep up with your monthly mortgage payments, whether that be a job loss or a divorce or maybe a death in the family. Things happen, and we at Stone Branch Properties understand that. So when somebody's going through foreclosure or in the process of pre-foreclosure, it's very common for them to become fearful and scared of losing their house. So what we want to make sure we do in this situation is we stay calm and think things through logically. So sometimes people will act irrationally and they may abandon their property and completely give up and just walk away from the house, which is exactly what we don't want to do. An extreme example of this would be during the housing crisis, taking a look at cities like Detroit, where sections of the city were entire ghost towns and people couldn't even give away their houses, so they just abandoned them. So this is exactly what we want to avoid. And we can do that if we keep our wits about us and just remain logical here. So foreclosure can be a scary process, but it's important to remain calm throughout the entire thing. So foreclosure can have a huge negative impact on your credit score if the process completes all the way through, and this could even maybe prevent you from buying a new house in the near-term future. Or if you're already underwater in your house and you owe more than what the property is worth, selling could leave a portion of the house, or of your loan right there, unpaid, and your lender could come after you in a legal sense for that. So these are 2 situations that we want to try and avoid as much as possible, and here's 2 tips that's going to help you do that. The first one is going to be you want to try and negotiate with your mortgage lender if possible. Banks typically don't like letting houses go into foreclosure because it requires a lot of paperwork and stuff on their part, and they're not guaranteed their money at auction. So they want to try and avoid that as much as possible. So if you're able to talk with them, especially if you haven't missed a mortgage payment before, they may be way more willing to work with you to try and restructure your loan agreement, or maybe even offer some kind of forbearance or a full loan modification for something that now works for your current situation. So that's going to be the first thing that you're going to want to try and do. Another thing that you can look into is something called the Home Affordable Modification Program, or HAMP for short. What this is it's a federal program that essentially allows you to modify your loan to make lower payments at potentially a lower interest rate, and essentially helping you make your monthly mortgage payments now. So since this is a federal program, there are eligibility requirements that you're going to have to meet, but if you do meet those requirements, it's potentially an excellent option for you to pursue in order to stop your house from going into foreclosure. Again, this is a federal program, so just take a look online for Home Affordable Modification Program to see if you qualify in your current situation. Another option that you could look at is selling your house. So this means you would have to move out. The first 2 options, ideally you would be able to stay in your house, but if worst comes to worst, you have to think logically, is it worth keeping my house if it's going to completely tank my credit score and potentially have banks come after me? In most cases, it's going to be a no. So you're going to have to be willing to make the hard decision and sell your house if you're unable to come to terms with the first 2 tips that we gave here. So I would recommend, if you're in foreclosure, you're probably going to need to get it sold fast. So you could look at going with the agent route, but that usually takes more time and may require payments and upfront money for repairs on your part. So it might be a better option for you to look at a direct home buyer or one of those We Buy Houses for Cash people in your area, which are typically local real estate investors. Stone Branch Properties is a local real estate investing company in New Hampshire and Massachusetts. So we buy houses for cash all across New Hampshire and Massachusetts. So if this is something you're interested in or learning more, or if you have questions, feel free to reach out to us. Or if you need any help or have any questions about the foreclosure process in general, or if you think you could save your house and still remain in it, and please reach out to us, and we'd love to help you out in any way possible. You just give us a call or visit our website and fill out our online form, and we would love to chat with you about how we can help.